like in terms of HIV prevalence, we have 2.8%, and in terms of incidence, that is the new infections, we are at 0.26. We are one of the lowest, if not the lowest in the country. I would say in terms of HIV positivity, we have specific sites, like here at Mtora Growth Point. We also have Zenda and Mtukani mining sites. We also have Chitekete, it's a rural service center. There is a lot of activity going on in these sites. That's why we have approximately 8 to 10% in terms of HIV positivity. Yes.
To what do you attribute these low figures in prevalence?
I'm sure in terms of the low figures that we have in the district, I would attribute to the factors such as the immobility of our populations. Most of the people who are here, they are rural based. But if you look at the points that I indicated, Mtora Growth Point, Zenda mining sites, we have a lot of movements going on. These people come to the area selling their wares and also going back to where they come from. And we also have, like here at the Growth Point, we have a lot of people who are doing cross-border trading. They go to Botswana, they go to South Africa to buy their wares and come and sell them here. So somehow something happens on their way from the neighboring countries and also here at the Growth Point.
And do you have any statistics on STIs?
Yes, we do.
And maybe if you can share with us.
Yeah, because of the relationship between STIs and HIV, you also realize that in terms of the STI and HIV burden, they are very low in the district. Yes.
In terms of the 90 percentage as a district, what can you put yourself like percentages with district 90%?
Yeah, I think as a district, in terms of the 390s, we are following the national kind of pattern. You realize that in the district, we do have very few clinics. We have 22 health facilities in the district against a population of around 300,000. Hence, it means some of our populations are not accessing in terms of HIV testing services. Hence, the first 90, I would say, we are still very low, though the attribution is more at provincial level than at district level. But in terms of issues to do with the second 90, where we are looking at those who are tested HIV and they test positive and they are on ART. Now that we have the decentralization program, every health facility is now initiating HIV positive clients. And at the same time, also have 3 outreach sites. So in terms of accessing ARVs, our population is accessing ARVs. And also in terms of retention and also issues to do with the third 90 on viral suppression, I'm sure in the general population, we are also going towards there. But we still have a challenge in terms of the children and adolescents and young people, who some of them actually not taking their medication as prescribed. That's the major challenge that we have among the young population.
With the young population, is it because the parents lack treatment literacy? What is it?
Yeah, from the assessments or the monitoring exercise that we've been doing with our partner AfriCaid, which is focusing on this program, we also realize that most of these young people who are HIV positive, they are living with either grandparents, they are living with distant relatives, they are not living with their parents. So I think in terms of parenting, I think there are some challenges. And we also have another challenge related to a non-disclosure of the child's HIV status. When they realize that they are taking their medication because of the reason that they are HIV positive, some of them actually become angry and stop taking their medication because the caregiver would have concealed that information at an early stage. Yeah, definitely food insecurity will definitely affect in terms of probably adherence. But the fact is, it's not like a requirement for one to have food so that they take their medication, though generally one would need food. Yeah, like people from the area that I mentioned, Zenda, it's a mining area. they come to that area probably on treatment, and they don't access their services at the nearest health facility, that is Nora Clinic. Some of them, they go back where they came from to get their medication. But then it happens that those guys, they will tell you that if there is a lot of gold deposits in the area, they would rather concentrate on the gold rather than maybe prioritizing their health. So we have challenges with people from the mining community.
Okay.
What of
Yes, we do have active cards. In 2016, we had a pilot with the Zimbabwean National Network of People Living with HIV, and we had a pilot of 10, and we also realized that these cards are doing very well. And as National AIDS Council, we've also injected some funds in terms of facilitating the formation of cards at health facility level. So our nurses at health facilities, they are actually initiating the formation of community atrophy groups that we call cards. We have vibrant groups at Goredema Clinic. We also have some at the Gokwe District Hospital at Kuwirirana. And a month ago, we also sensitized the nurses from the various clinics, and they are already starting forming those community atrophy groups.
Now,
As for now, we don't have any stockouts. Yes. I think it also depends on the area. We have areas where we have the Tonga-speaking people, and we also have areas where we have people who came from the eastern districts, and we also have the indigenous people, the Kore in this area. So you realize that because of the different values, and we also have another community in the residential area around the growth point. We have quite a number of issues of gender-based violence within the residential area at the growth point. But we also have cases in areas like Makore area in Ward 11 and 12. We also have cases of domestic violence in wards around Chirea Mission. These, we've been going there actually in terms of addressing our community leaders on these issues. And we realize that in some areas the cases are going down. We also have another type of gender-based violence, child marriage, in this community. And we have tried to address our community leaders and some of our stakeholders around the district. And we have these cases are going down, particularly in areas like Gumunyu. We had areas like Zwanaka, where we had a lot of child marriage, areas like Wongoro, and areas like Mudondo. And we have addressed the school children, we have addressed the teachers and the community at large. This seems to be working for us.